day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Eric Coffin. I'm here at the November 2017 Metal Investors Forums. I'm here with Mark Kolebaba from Adamera Minerals. It's a company that I follow. Mark is working on a very interesting project in eastern Washington State. You've been busy for the last 3 or 4 months now generating targets. I mean, you've finally got a couple of good holes out now. So you've got something high grade to work on, but it's not just that one area, right? You've still got a lot of things ahead of you.
Yeah, so far we've been really focusing on the VTEM targets, these conductors, and they've been really productive for us and things to test. We've tested a few on the oversight property, and we got a really good drill result on that.
Yeah, like 11 meters at 10 grams.
Yeah, 11. That's the kind of thing we're looking for. We've got a number of other targets as well that are off that property that are going through the permitting stage, and we expect to see that done fairly shortly too.
Now, I mean, you're in Eastern Washington, but I mean, some of the target areas, things like SC1 and I think the Key West targets, and probably the stuff on the western side of your project too. That's drillable in the wintertime?
Yeah, everything we have is drillable in the wintertime for sure. That's one of the great things. Right now, we've got a little bit of snow on the ground. It's still warm enough where our crews are sampling. We'll go right through this year.
Okay.
And even once the ground is frozen, you can't sample, but you can certainly do ground geophysics. And then drilling, of course, is not a problem. We only get 2 or 3 feet of snow on a bad day, and it's not a problem to move that.
Okay, so we can anticipate. I mean, now that you've got one of these targets at work where you've got some high grade, I guess we can anticipate more drill holes there, and then additionally, you're going to go after a couple of these other targets. I mean, do they have? Would you say that, say, this SC1, for instance? I mean, is there scale on that target? Do you think?
Yeah, the conductor itself is about 250 meters long. It's got some good depth penetration, and then the geochemistry probably doubles that width. Okay. And another thing that's interesting about that target is I don't think the EM is showing us everything. We see some gold numbers off that target. They're quite high, like a 600 and some ppb gold anomaly in soils. We're going to do some ground geophysics on that to see if we can come up with a target. And it looks like it's along a structure. We already see it with the mag. So okay. It's got scale for sure.
And the Key West target, I think that one is.
Yeah.
I mean I find that target interesting because when you look at the topography, I mean it looks like a collapse feature, which is sort of the model that you've been working on for the last year. And
the fact that you can go into that pit and there's exposed ore. The previous miners did not take everything out. I think it was simply a stripping ratio thing. And our VTEM shows going into that face that there is a significant size conductor and several more to the north. So this is a really interesting target, and it's not without soil geochemistry. We've got gold, copper, and arsenic numbers in those areas.
Okay, I mean, it sounds to me like you still got a great set of targets. I know there was a bit frustrating through the summer with some of the permitting issues and stuff, but it sounds like you're getting on top of that, or more to the point that bureaucrats are getting on top of it, and you got a lot of good stuff ahead of you, I think, still.
Yeah, I would love to have had our last hole there as our first hole.
Yeah,
but it's
exploration.
It's exploration.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Mark. I mean, I think Adamera has still got a great winter ahead of it. I mean, I think a lot of people got concerned because they were thinking, Eastern Washington, it's October, it's November, that means we're done for the year. But I mean, really, that area, and I've been there. It's a pretty low precipitation area, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot more good stuff to come from Adamera.